Hello and welcome to today's Teach Me Tuesday video. I'm Karen D from socialmediamarketinggirl.com, and I am excited to teach you how to create a content calendar that works. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about. Okay, so why should you have a content calendar? Now, you probably have a content calendar already, or you probably don't. So a content calendar is a vital part of your marketing strategy. And every time I create a social media marketing plan for a client, I make sure that I have a content calendar for each specific social network. So if you are a service-based professional who has coaching programs, membership sites, home study programs, ebooks, or online courses, you need to build your expert status online by offering free yet high-value content to your target audience. And if you have a blog, you need to publish fresh content on a regular basis, because sometimes we struggle with what to write about. So most people have writer's block. So having a content calendar makes it easier to consistently have fresh content for your readers. So when the time comes that you need to write a blog post or record a video, you will no longer have to spend so many hours thinking of what to talk about. Okay, so there are several ways to create an editorial content calendar. Now, I have featured a couple here, and if you are familiar with Google Docs, you know that you can create a calendar on using Google Docs spreadsheet. So this is one of the most common types of content calendars, and you can also do this on Google Calendar, and this is my preference. And you can also use some to-do lists or to-do apps such as To-Do, or reminder apps such as Remember the Milk. So I have personally used that and it worked really well. And you can also use other online tools, and there is also a WordPress editorial calendar plugin. So it's free and it's just amazing, and it helps you plan in advance. Okay, so whether you are making weekly, monthly, or yearly content calendars, you need to make sure that your calendar has the following components. The first one is the topic or the headline. So you can just decide whether you want to enter like a broad topic or, the exact headline for the content piece. Then the second is the description. So what you need to do is write a short summary of what your content will have. What I do for my own content calendar is that after I write the headline, I write something about what the post will contain. Let's say I will enumerate like 5 must-have Android apps, and I can enumerate the Android apps that I will include in the blog post. So that's what I do. Just write a short summary so you can remember what that post will contain. Then the third one is the type of content. So is this going to be a blog post, a video, an infographic, or an audio tip? So there are a lot of content formats. So you have to indicate what type of content that will be. And the fourth one is keywords. So primary and secondary keywords. I always make sure that I have a primary and a secondary keywords. So you can do this. You can do your research before coming up with content, with whatever content you want to come up with. And the fifth is your target audience, so who you are intending to reach with this piece of content. And if you have a specific niche, you are aware of who your target audience is. So you can also just omit this one, but it is important to just remind yourself every time you're coming up with content on who you are intending to reach with this blog post or video or audio tip. Then the next one is obviously the publish date. So you need to make sure that you know when the content will go live And the seventh is where to publish this type of content. Whether you will post this on your blog, on YouTube if it's a video, on your newsletter, or let's say other websites if it is a guest post. And number 8 is promotion channels, of course, because you need to, get the word out about this type, this specific piece of content. And you need to enter the social media sites or other specific sites that you want to promote this piece of content on. Let's say you want to write a blog post, and you can indicate that you want to promote this on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, or syndication sites, or wherever you want to promote this content on. And a bonus tip, so since you have included a publish date, you can also include a start date for content creation. So I always make sure that there is, I look at the publish date in advance, and I set aside a specific day for creating that piece of content, so that it really helps to say a specific date that you need to start creating that piece of content. Okay, so I have a sample content calendar here based on the 8 components that I have mentioned, and obviously it looks like a spreadsheet, and you can do this on a Google Doc spreadsheet or an Excel spreadsheet or on Microsoft Word, wherever you feel comfortable making a content calendar. Or you can even do this with a piece of paper if you prefer pen and paper. So at the top, you can see the date, the topic, the description, type of content, keywords, audience, where to publish, and the promotion channels. So being organized will definitely make you more productive with content creation. So every time you have to publish, let's say you need to publish a new blog post every Tuesday and Thursday, you will be able to refer back to your content calendar because you have planned in advance. So I highly recommend that you create a content calendar so you no longer have to struggle with creating content week after week. Okay, so I hope this tutorial has been helpful for you, and if you have any questions, just message me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or YouTube, or send me an email so you know where to find me. That's socialmediamarketinggirl.com. So I'll see you next week for another Teach Me Tuesday video.